Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Arizona Cardinals. This will be taken short. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Got it. 59. Mike, 59. They're going to need some therapy after this. Check one. Quickstone, travel. Hey, orbit.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. A nice gain of 21 yards. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
59, Mike, 59, Mike. Check, 59. Exit. Yo, go.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. In on the tackle, Devondre Campbell, Falcons leading tackler in 2018.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. On for the point after is Randy Bullock. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Lucky. Kill. Check. Crunch. Switch.
Murray now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this one complete to Reed. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Let's
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hey, we got to get this stop.
They run with Logan, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Well, he's going to go for it all. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And past the 30. He'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 14. First down, Arizona.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Slam, slam, slam.
Now a give, right side. Logan, and only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down now, it's Logan, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. They call that a loss of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down now. Murray with a 3rd and long. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Y'all playing hardball. You got time. You got time. You got time right there. Hey, watch it, watch it. Check 13. Check 13. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Tighten up, tighten up. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
They're going for it. It's Murray. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Check 31, check 31.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Going deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way Cincinnati score. John Ross with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams...
And nothing but daylight ahead. Past the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. T.J. Logan, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts of the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
It's just me and you. Bravo. 48 to Mike. 80 weapons. I smell fear in that offense. Check 3.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Yes. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go. Get that.
After the turnover, here's Murray. This is caught. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ready. Choose the mic. 3 bud.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. T.J. Logan. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14.
That ties the game at 14.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
We got this.
The Bengals take over first and 10.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, check Mike 39. Check Mike 39. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
2nd and 6. Open man is Uzama. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Hey, Echo.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
At the 40-yard line.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, look, 48. Look, hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Here we go. Let's go.
2nd and 5. Open man is Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. In for the score. And the Bengals have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On 2nd down, it's Logan. Give him 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
If you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got, Heavy?
On 3rd down, Murray looking for his running back, and he's got him. Oh, he slipped right by him. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
I'm not sure this is how they had it drawn out on paper, but this is going to work out for them and then some, right? They've got a big chunk they've got to pick up. They decide to check it down, and he just turns into a pure athlete and makes a huge play for them.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down now, It's Logan, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Throwing now is Murray. Able to find Isabella. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. On first down, Drake. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. On 4th down, here's Zane Gonzalez for the Cardinal field goal. Gonzalez's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissues. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're going to look to throw. He's got Green. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5.
Go! 59 mark, 59 mark.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Back to throw here. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line.
Check curls. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". Here we go, D.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but knocked away. And incomplete.
Intended for A.J. Green. Incomplete. Buda Baker there on the coverage.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And that'll make this a 7-point game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
51, Mike 51.
Murray now on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage.
Just work with me a second here, because in my lifetime, seeing how quarterback percentages have changed in throwing the football, I mean, back in the good old days, if you were around 50%, you were doing okay. But now, you need to be 65 to 70% to be considered an elite quarterback. And in this ball game, I feel like we're playing old school, right around 50%.
Yeah, he's under 50%. He needs to start hitting more targets. A gain of 10, 1st down, Arizona. On 1st down, Logan. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They run again with Logan. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. They'll run on 1st down. It's Logan. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
And now Murray's going to set up the throw. He finds Hopkins complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Set.
They'll run it here with Logan. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak,
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak. He scores 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Hey, orbit. Check 59, Mike. Go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Green brings it in. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
59, Mark, 59. Ready?
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. C.J. Uzomah, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter. Went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead. Through an opening, and there he goes. The 30, 10, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. T.J. Logan, 74 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
At the 46-yard line.
On first down, Logan. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find his tight end, Dan Arnold, and it's third down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Now Murray. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. And officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on first down. It's Logan. He'll have a first down inside the 10. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Hey, Delta. Here it comes.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
First and 10 at the 30.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off at the 48. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On first down, Logan. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Logan. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short.
We got this. First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2nd and 9 now. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw. He'll let this go for the end zone. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, 47 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this. I know you are, too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. I don't want to make a story where there's not one, but he threw the 3 interceptions last week. Looked a little uncomfortable. He looks much more comfortable today.
Yeah, just 1 pick so far, and his team leads. So now they can play complementary football, meaning if he takes care of the ball and his offense, well, if they're humming along, the defense doesn't have to be out there as well. He's taking care of his guys on the other side of the ball.
They're enjoying a fourth-quarter advantage. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Logan. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Murray. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So his 2nd field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Let's go. Let's do it.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. 2nd and 13. Finding Green complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 36 yards on the play. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Hey, turn it out, turn it out. Jim. Watch out. He's coming, We got double up.
After the turnover, here's Murray. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Jordan Evans able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. This is Logan. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's into the clear. The 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the